Thank you very much indeed. Cheers, my dears, and welcome again to the show. And, of course, as you know, there is a cache of cash waiting when we eventually play for pounds. But first of all, we're going to have to play for points. And let's meet the famous four now who have decided to put their reputations and careers on the line. And welcome, firstly, a young lady who's well known from our television screens, but currently doing a spot on Radio 2, standing in for Gloria Hunniford. It's Debbie Greenwood.
Hello.
Actually, Debbie, not your first time working on radio, is it? Because I've heard you sitting in for other people there before. Or was it Gloria the last time you did it?
I sat in for Gloria, and I was also once Ken Bruce.
You're also, you shaved the beard off today.
I did, yes.
Debbie, thanks for being with us on the show. Now we're going to meet a gentleman who was partnering an equally luscious lass yesterday, and in fact went right the way through the card and got our jackpot £275. Welcome back, Norman Weekly. You'd like to present a quiz show one day, I'm told.
I think so.
Now, what sort of quiz show? I mean, something really terrific like this or something very average?
Oh, any old kind of quiz show would do, really don't mind. But we'll give you first choice.
You'll give me first choice. Anyway, good to have you back with us. Norman and Debbie, ladies and gentlemen. Right, OK, well, now we're going to meet a young man who also is equally at home on the radio and at television. He's the host of the highly successful Wheel of Fortune on TV, and you hear him too on Radio 1, Nicky Campbell. Now, working in both media, so to speak, I mean, the question I'm always asked, because I do the two, is which do you prefer, radio or TV?
It's a very difficult one, but I think ultimately appearing on this show, more of a working with you, has perhaps swung it to radio. Oh,
yes, you're too kind. I'll get you for that. I love the braces, by the way. Rock on, Nicky. Good to have you with us. Nicky Campbell, ladies and gentlemen. And a round of applause, please, for the lady in canary yellow, our contestant in this team, and this is Sheila Pettit. Sheila is married. She lives in Kent, I can tell you, an operations officer for a large group of companies. And your hobbies include entertaining, I see. Well, now, how do you entertain?
Just have people round, parties and dinner parties. That sort of entertaining.
You don't juggle with clubs or magic tricks or anything like that, no? And you play squash and you knit and you read.
All at the same time.
Not at the same time, no. And she wants to be able to look back on her life and be able to say she enjoyed it. How's it gone so far?
Well, today's been okay.
Terrific. Sheila and Nicky, ladies and gentlemen. Right, OK, well, this is where we get down to the nitty-gritty, of course. I'm going to introduce you to the 6 categories on the points pyramid here. Let's have a look at them. What's coming up? We have Spot On, Hurry Up, Boing Boing, we have Busy Lizzie, we have a whole bunch of things for our contestants to get to grips with. As you know, there are 3 sounds. By now, you must know them, but let's bring them in again. This for a correct answer. This for a breach of the rules. And this if that... That's right, that's the special Lucky 7 one, and I'll tell you all about that if and when it is revealed, OK? 7 words in each of those categories, and we do our best to describe them without using, contestants, any of the words you see on your screens. Debbie, your first choice, please.
How about boing boing, do you think?
It's the silliest one.
Boing boing?
Boing boing.
Boing boing,
yeah.
boing. OK, fine. We have words associated here with spring. Like lambs, you know, little lambs that bounce around. In a way, you have 7 others in this category. You've got 30 seconds. Your time starts now.
Crocuses and...
Flowers?
Yes. Love, it happens in the spring. When you make something up.
Sweethearts. Falling in love.
Rhymes with dance.
Romance.
Yes. You lie on it, it's on a bed.
Bed. Oh, mattress.
Yes. It's the mechanism in the thing that tells you the time.
Clock, spring, clock
First
winding.
bit's right. That you go
Clockwork.
to... That's it, yes. You swim in it.
Water, sea, swimming.
I think, Norman, you just whispered water towards the end there, didn't you? Yeah, so we give them 5 points. OK, Little Saint Nick, what would you like?
Right, choose one. How about Spot On?
Spot On, right. Okay. Oh, I don't know if I like this too much. 7 things related to skin.
Ah, good.
Having said the spots, you see. And your example here is moisturiser. You won't get anything as hard as that in the other 7, I promise you. They're coming up in a moment, and 30 seconds start now.
Something you get all over your face, which is rather unpleasant. You try to get rid of it with creams.
Spots.
Rhymes with
Rash.
dash.
Rash.
Yep. Something you put over to get rid of it.
Cream.
Things that your skin is full of these things.
Pimples.
Yeah, they get filled up with muck.
Pores.
Yeah. Perspiration.
Sweat.
Oh!
Yawn. Stretch.
Yep. Something you put over a cut.
Plaster.
German.
Measles.
Yes, wonderful, well done. So there's a man who's been to the Edward de Bono School of Lateral Thinking, and for that they've got 7 points. Right, you know what happens here now, don't you, Norman? We've turned the monitor round to you, and therefore it's your choice, sir.
I think I like press for attention.
Press for attention, right. And what might you press for attention? A bell. And we have 7 words associated with bell. You might have to think laterally again, I'm not sure. Your example is tower, okay? And I know you're a tower of strength. We'll put 30 seconds on the clock, and it starts now.
Something you do to a bell.
Press it.
On the finger.
Ring.
The place you go to have education, where they ring a bell?
School.
A bell that sounds when there's a fire.
Alarm.
The noise a bell makes.
Ring.
Doorbell.
Tinkle.
Rhymes with rhyme.
Chime.
Yes. Something you pay on a bridge. A bridge. Something you pay?
Oh, toll. Toll.
Yes. The New 10.
Oh dear, yes. I thought for a moment you were taking bridge at that, because you're quite right, you got the toll, and after that round of the game, they've moved on to 10 points. Okay, Sheila, what are you going to pick for me now?
Busy Lizzie.
Busy Lizzie, right. And we have, I love this, 7 things associated with the royal family. Yes. And your example, we always give you one in each category. Your example is palace. We'll give you 7 more, and 30 seconds. It starts now.
She puts it on her head.
Crown.
She is the...
Queen.
and Prince Charles plays this on the back of a horse.
Polo.
This is the large castle in the south that they go to.
Windsor.
Yeah. And this was on the 2nd of June 1953.
Coronation.
And she went to that in drawn with horses.
Carriage.
Like a carriage, but shorter.
Oh.
And you get them in trains.
Oh, compartment.
Yes.
Horse-drawn compartment.
Well played, and that takes this team on to 12 points. The lucky 7 is yet to be revealed, of course. You've decided, I think, Debbie, that you're going to describe again in this final round. So, Hurry Up and Pinewood we've got left.
We'll have Hurry Up, please.
You'll have Hurry Up, all right? No, it isn't. Right, in Hurry Up we have words associated with fast food.
Fast food, right.
And your example is ketchup. And I'm not going to do the obvious line either. I will tell you that there are 30 seconds on the clock and they start now.
You eat it between buns.
Hamburger.
Yes. You eat it with a burger. Little
Relish.
things. No, little things made out of potato.
Chips.
Yes. It's what the buns come in, made out of polystyrene usually.
Carton. Box.
You put them on
box.
ships. Longer word. Rhymes with Spain.
Napkin. Plane.
Rhymes with Spain.
Rhymes with Spain. Pain. Plane. Jane.
Go on to the next one. You have instead of a burger, it's a poultry.
Cheeseburger. Oh, chicken.
Yes,
Nugget.
how's it cooked?
Chicken nugget. Fried chicken.
Yes.
Ooh, and they've gone fractionally into the lead after that. 13 points they've got. Let's hear the sound, shall we? Yes, thank you. That, of course, means it's the lucky 7, and it is Pinewood. You got to describe, Nikki?
Yes, I'll describe.
Okay, fine. So don't use any of the words you see, and if Sheila guesses all 7 correctly, you'll get our special pyramid prize. Pinewood, things associated with filmmaking, and your example is costumes, all right? So think movies as we put 30 seconds on the clock.
Okay.
It starts now.
The place where they make the films.
Studio.
Yeah. They turn them on and people's faces are...
The lights.
Yeah. Can I pass? Yeah, the person, the player.
The actor.
They go with a clipboard like that and say...
Continuity.
No, they go right...
Slap. Take. Shoot.
Rhymes with faction.
Action.
And the place where the whole thing is put together, they film...
Oh, it didn't happen. We didn't get the special Lucky 7 prize, but nevertheless, with 16 points, our winners are Sheila and Nikki. How's the old song go? Some days you're up, some days you're down. You don't feel too downhearted, though, do you?
Had a good day yesterday?
You had a great day yesterday. You've got the £275 that you won
Can't
there.
be bad.
Plus, you take away, with the, of course, our special Pyramid Trophy. Wow. Norman, it's been wonderful to see you. Thank you very much.
Steve.
Give him a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Norman Wigley. But now, of course, with Nikki and Sheila, we're going to play for pounds. This time you see the categories, and if you come up with lists of words which might be in those categories, then Sheila might be able to give them back to us. And of course, there is money at stake here. We're playing for pounds. There's 60 seconds on the clock. It starts now.
Tango.
Dances. Types of dances.
Hanging them on the line, putting them in
Doing
the
the washing.
spinner.
Things that you do on washing day.
When they're wet, hanging them on the line.
Things that you do with laundry.
Putting them in the spinner. Next one. Pieces of 8. Diamonds.
Things that pirates say. Loot.
Pieces of 8. Diamonds. Trinkets. War. Next one. Oh, it's gone. First Among Equals. Any book by Jackie Collins.
Bestsellers.
Yeah. Hey? A pepper.
Vegetables?
No.
Salad?
Blimey.
Come on, you could have said no's, we wouldn't have minded. You know.
I've never done it. I'm really sorry about that. I find that really tough. It's sitting in the hot seat.
Sitting in the hot seat here, but don't worry about it. The ways of drying clothes you did describe absolutely perfectly, I think, but you just didn't quite match mine there for a moment. But don't worry. Things found in a treasure chest was something else we missed out on, and because you wanted to make it a clean show, he didn't say your nose, it was things you pick, you see, right? Yeah. Nevertheless, you've got yourself £75 there, Sheila, and you, of course, will be playing with Debbie in part 2 of the show. A new contestant will meet, of course, to play with Nick. We'll see you in just a moment. What a lively lot we've got in here, and it's all going well on the pyramid game. Cameraman's just fallen over, but we don't mind. He's so excited. And we're excited, of course, because Sheila Pettit in part 1 of the game actually won herself £75. She's now playing with Debbie Greenwood, which means we have a new partner for Nikki Campbell. Put your hands together for Tony Mann. Tony's 31. He lives in Doncaster. He's a fireman. He plays rugby for Hexthorpe Barons, and he's got a little 2-year-old upon whom he dotes, and you want to give him a wave.
I do if he's watching this morning. Morning, Liam.
Anyway, Tony Mann, ladies and gentlemen. Right, Tony, Nikki's got to be doing the describing as we come to this new game here. Let's have a look at the categories if we can, please. All change, heat at the moment, Charlie's Aunt. Plenty of scope, a lot of things down there. And, of course, there is another lucky 7 in there somewhere with a special pyramid prize. So, Nick, your choice it is.
Oh, it's my choice.
It is indeed.
Right, Charlie's Aunt.
Well.
Why not, eh?
Oh, yes.
What about that?
Go for it. You have, as they say in football parlance, gone for the big one here, because this is the special... It's the special lucky 7, of course. Now, you need to guess all 7 correctly here, Tony. Charlie's Aunt, this category is, or 7 words associated with relations. And your example is cousin, OK? We've got 7 more, and 30 seconds start now.
The son of your brother.
Nephew.
The daughter of your brother.
Niece.
Somebody who is twice removed, 3 times removed, is a...
Second cousin.
Is a something relation.
Distant relation.
Alexander Graham Bell invented it.
Typewriter. Telephone.
You wed somebody, it is a...
In-law.
No.
Marriage.
Yeah. Sanguinity, something that flows through your veins. Blood.
Yes. Blood and fire. Yes, it was blood. Sanguinity. Isn't that a drink you get in Spain?
Oh,
What? Never mind. He did quite well. 5 points they've got. OK, generous applause from Debbie and Sheila. Debbie, choose one for me, please.
We're going to go for heat of the moment,
Heat
please.
of the moment. Why not? We have 7 things associated with, again, think carefully about this, associated with a laundrette.
Oh.
Right?
Right.
And your example is machine.
Right.
OK, 30 seconds on the clock. Your time starts now.
You put them in the machine.
Coins.
Yes. You put this in the machine.
Washing powder.
Yes. It's when it's not working.
It's out of order.
Yes. It's when the clothes go round and round and
Tumble.
round.
Tumble dry.
Like that.
Rotate.
Round
Roll.
and round and round.
Revolve.
Shorter word. Next one.
yeah.
Next one. It's water when it's vaporised.
Steam.
Yes. It's what you do when you're waiting for the water. You chat.
And gossip.
Yes. It's the final thing that happens. It's clear water.
Rinse.
Yes.
Oh, yes, and right on there, too. Very good. Good.
Thing going round.
One of those occasions where you could have used a rhyme, I suppose, and say it rhymed with grin, but again, as it was in the heat of the moment, it's easy for me to say you had to do it in the 30 seconds. Nevertheless, they got themselves 6 points. It's all change on the boys' side, so Tony, pick one for us if you will, please.
I think we'll go for the hardcore, please, Steve.
Right, OK. It's not what you think, though. You'll be very glad to hear. It is 7 words connected with a building site. Have you ever worked on a building site?
No, unfortunately
No,
not.
it's tough work, and your example is scaffolding, OK? 7 other things associated with a building site, and your time starts now.
The people who are on the building site.
No, the builders.
What you put on the scaffolding to walk on.
Planks.
What you build the house with.
Bricks.
Small square.
Mortar.
What you use to make up the mortar.
Cement.
Sand. What you wear to keep yourself clean.
Overalls.
The guy in charge.
Foreman. Gaffer.
The people who are watching. Let's have a football match. People
Spectators.
watching.
Yes, very good. Give them a round of applause for that. Did very well there, Tony, and of course the first time you'd had to do that sort of describing, and that work just slipped out there, didn't it, you know? But nevertheless, a very good score. They've got 11 points. OK, we have another one to be chosen here, and it's Mrs. Pettit to go.
Have plenty of scope, please.
Plenty of scope, right. 7 things you'd associate with telescopes. Of the expanding variety, and your example is astronomy. It's a big word, isn't it? I don't know if you get any more like that. Anyway, 7 of them to come. 30 seconds start now.
You look through this.
Eye.
Yeah. And in your eye and in the telescope there are these
Iris,
things,
lens.
Yeah. And you look up at the sky,
Stars.
and it's closer to the Earth.
Moon.
Yes. And this guy's on top of a column.
Nelson.
In Trafalgar. And he commanded a lot of, all of the boats that he had, what they are...
Ships.
Yeah. And this guy is a very famous person who looks through
Patrick Noah.
Right, the gong went. And we'll let you away with that. I hope you didn't say Patrick Mower. He was
No,
Patrick
it's the way she
Moore. Just something like that. No, just a little slip of the old, slip of the old tongue there.
It's my accent.
Yes, it's your accent. I know, isn't it, Chuck? Anyway, they've gone on now to 12 points. It was close enough. Well, guys, you now have to decide. I think Tony's got to be describing again. Is that right? Yeah, in this, this final one for you. You've got Smoky Joe's Raw Change to come. Which is it going to be?
We'll go for Smoky Joe's, please.
Smoky
Steve.
Joe's, right, lovely. Now then, I have to tell you something here, young Tony. We have 7 things to do with the fire brigade. Oh. Talk about the luck of the draw. It's happened before, though, of course. You think you're very close to this, but you might be a long way away. Let's see how you get on. Your example is hydrant, and you've got 30 seconds starting now.
Well, what the fire burns with, it gives off...
Fumes.
It shows
Smoke.
What you see.
Flames.
The fire, the lorry that we use.
Fire engine.
What we get the water from.
Hydrant.
What we wear on his head.
Helmets.
What we get the water through to the fire.
Pipe. Hose pipe. Fire hose.
The noise we make, what we make it with.
Siren.
What we do to chop the doors down, what we use.
Axe.
Yep, that's it, all the way through. Well done. That's terrific. Well, I think that was only fair enough. I gave you hydrant as an example there, of course, and it popped up in the category too, but we let Debbie away with Patrick Mower in the last one, so it's all balanced out now, but the boys have got 18 points. Right then, OK, last one coming up here, and you've got to get all 7 right again in this round in order to win this part of the competition, and in all change, it's 7 things you associate with babies, all right? And your example here is cot.
Right.
OK, 7 more of those, and your time starts now.
What it wears around its bum.
Nappy.
What it drinks its
Bottle.
stuff from. Yeah. The light biscuity things.
Rusk.
Yeah. When the baby gets its name at church.
Christening.
Yes. What a baby sits on.
High chair.
Part
Potty.
of its body. Part of its body.
Potty.
Bum.
Bum.
Politer word for bum.
Bottom.
What it puts in its mouth to stop it crying.
Dummy.
Yeah. Problems with its teeth
Teething.
coming through.
Yes, oh, right. Ladies and gentlemen, that was some playing there, and by 1 point, Sheila and Debbie are the winners.
You can do the describing.
Hey, I'm sorry about that, lads, but you did awful well, I must say, did you not?
We gave it our best shot.
You gave it your
tried.
best shot, you absolutely
We did
did. Hope you've enjoyed playing the game,
Oh,
Nick. It's
terrific.
been smashing to see you in spite of the braces. And Tony...
hearing from my solicitors.
I know. Tony, it's been marvellous to meet you, and please accept our Pyramid Trophy. It's great to see you. Give him a nice round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. And now, for the second time, Sheila, along this time with Debbie, is going to play for pounds. Right, okie dokie, Yogi. Sit on the old hands there, Debs, if I were you, because you don't want to wave them about, do you? Now, you saw how it went the first time around, so there's no need to explain the rules to you. Just relax, though. Take your time. Ease on through it, OK? Wish you well this time. You're going to add to your £75, hopefully, there, Sheila. We've got 60 seconds on the clock. It starts now.
EastEnders, Coronation Street,
Soap
Brookside,
operas.
well-known ones.
Famous soap operas.
You send them at Christmas,
Cards.
Easter.
Greetings cards. Types of greeting cards.
There's a hole in my shoe. We've got to wait a long time in a queue.
Complaints, moans.
Reasons.
Reasons for moaning. Complaints. Reasons for complaints. Types of complaints.
Another word for reasons. Small word.
Things that you complain about.
You write up till a small word. Rhymes with sky.
My complaints.
Next one. Oh gosh, a seat, a bit you dig with. A farmer would use it in his field, and it has components.
The tractor.
And components of
The parts of a tractor.
doors.
Almost had the time there. Well done. Actually, come to think of it, I'm quite glad we didn't get to that. Things with knobs on. It could have been fairly...
I think I'm glad too.
Yes, absolutely. So we have 50, 75 and 25, so that's what is that? That's £100. You've got £175 altogether now. Deborah, thank you very much indeed for playing the game. All right, called you Deborah, getting all posh there for a moment, aren't I? Deborah Greenwood's been playing with us, so too has Nikki Campbell. I hope you've enjoyed the show. We'll be back at the same time tomorrow, as indeed will Sheila here. Sheila Pettit for her third go on the Pyramid Game. We'll see you then. Cheerio now.